That's the right one. Hello, everyone, and welcome in. How's everyone doing? Everything should be working. It looks like it's working. Yeah, that doesn't break anything yet. Nothing is broken quite yet. View thing. It's fine. That is weird. I wonder if that keeps working if I put it back. I highly doubt it. Anyway, so what we're going to be doing today. Today is mostly a discussion, question, and fun stream. I believe Saturday we'll be back to working on our what's it called? The Argo Bulk. So that's gonna happen this Saturday. Let's see. Yes. Should be fun. Hopefully everything's working. My problem is nobody's here. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. No one's obligated to be here. Just makes it more fun. It's fine. All right. I don't have a lot of preamble today. Just kind of is today. Was not expecting other people to stream at the same time I was, but it's fine. All right. So in our first order of business today, where is it at? Here we go. We are going to be actually deciphering the best ship in starcitizen, as the thumbnail would suggest. And also, new overlay. Man, this overlay is actually really good. I really like this one. So it's just designed to be able to be on top of a web page. So my cursor goes right here is the address bar. So I don't have to full screen the page to get to look correctly. I wonder actually if I were to move that there. Yeah, it also hides the start bar. I think. Cool. Anyway. Alright, so this is going to be actually kind of difficult. Let's see. And I want to do this not just on own opinion, but also just kind of like how they actually like rank in Star Citizen. I'm not sure what kind of like form we're going to get, so we might have to make some different categories. Because if we're like going for like, we can't just like use one data point, because if it was combat, obviously like Hornet, Gladius, wherever that went, is going to be much higher to the top, and then like the Merlin, the C2 would be much lower. If we had like cargo, then obviously the whole E would win. If we did popular, then the Aurora would win. So we can't just use a data point, or one ship just takes the cake entirely. However, there is one thing we do need to do. How do we add one here? Edit label. Oh, wait, no. Add row below. New. F red. Oh, that's that. Black, I guess. There we go. F. And the only two that I'm putting down here for now are the Omega and where's the sorry ship? There he is, the Intel ship. There we go. That's where they go. Just cause I hate the exclusivity of these things. Don't hate the original. The original ships will probably rank quite high. And we will be also looking up like what these ships do, because the Hab one of these will actually rank a bit higher. So which Mustang is it? Yeah. Just go to the Matrix. Will Matrix help? Ship Matrix. I don't know if this is gonna help too much. We also let's start with the Aurora since they're first on the page. So let's see. The ES Starter Pathfinder. The Aurora is the modern-day descendant of the Orbital Space Industries X-7 spacecraft, which tested the very first jump engine. Hello, the Matrix of Lies. Yes, the Matrix of Lies. Well, we're not going here for, like, hard numbers right now. We're going here for, well, the reason I actually came over here was to figure out which of the Mustangs actually had the bed and which of them did the cargo. We're gonna start, I guess, at the beginning of the ship list with the Auroras. Essential, utilitarian to a T. The essential. Wow, it's not Argo. The Aurora is the essential, perfect choice for new ship owners, versatile enough to tackle a myriad of challenges, yet with straightforward and intuitive design. So, do they all have their hard points now? Like, do they all have 4 hard points now? Oh, there you go. Hello? Thanks. Close. Pick a ship. Aurora. We're gonna start with the ES. Yes. I don't know. All right. Well, yes. So that one does. CL does. Oh wait, did that? No, it didn't change size. LN just comes with its stock. Okay, so they all have the same amount of hard points. That's fine. That works well. So none of these are combat better or better at combat. The CL is apparently, according to this, the only one that can do cargo. And this is pulled straight from the game, so true size inventory. Ha, fine. It doesn't say anything about cargo. It doesn't have inventory on this page. This thing does list cargo capacity, right? Yeah, it does. Okay, so none of the Auroras have cargo, so that's gonna be a problem. All right. They'll have beds, right? I don't think any of them forego the bed. Where are they at here? There's so many ships. We're probably gonna have to go find more if that's possible. Auroras, I know you're here. They're hiding. They don't want to be put so low on the board. There. Let's get them up there for now. How do I know which one is which? That's the CL. We're gonna stick them up here for now. That's the LN. That's CL. I don't know. There's no defining features on these two. Anyway, yes, we'll see how everything progresses. Who's next? The 300 series. All right. Now, luxury is not a whole bunch of points in my book. I'm not using a actual point system. Just saying It doesn't get any. It doesn't get anything for just being pretty. Or it doesn't get much, I should say, because that is a feature of it. Let's see, like, they're okay ships. They're just okay though. They're like all just okay. I'm gonna put the 100 series down here. And everything we're doing just is gonna change, so bear that in mind. Where is the 300 series? I've probably passed over like 5 times now. I know I've passed over 5 times. Where is the 300 series? They have their old icons or something? Should actually be looking where the pointer goes. There's one of them. Oh, okay. So there's that. There's that. There's that. There's one more. There it is. All right, all those guys, they're okay. They're just okay. Yeah, just okay. Like stuff that's gonna rank pretty high. Have you decided how you balance specialization versus generalization? So something like, let's see, what's a highly specialized? So let's see, where's the Cutlass Black? Where are you? There's the Kraken. Wow, finding stuff is really hard. That's the blue? They have the old icons for these? Wish they had all the new icons. That is the black, right? Or the blue? Because I don't see the other ones. And I could very well be missing them because there's a lot of ships here. Carrier, Commissar. Oh, there's black. There's black. So this one's probably going to rank pretty high. Like all the, like, generalistic ones. I mean, this one was probably be right there. Yeah. The black's, in my opinion, a bit better than the Avenger. And then something that is like highly specialized that would work just as well as that would probably be like the everything moved. The whole C. So they rank rather close because one does its job better than anyone else, and this one does everything better than anyone else. Not every like individual jobs, but it's better at just doing everything. Is how I would do it. The Vanguards are going to be kind of hard. Cutlass Black is general versus hull A. Yeah. But you can get like a better ship for a hull A. Like I would say the Freelancer is better than the A. Like it's how much cargo does it have? Misk Freelancer slot 2. Misk hull A. So that has 64. And that has 66. So it has... Yeah, the Freelancer, like, kind of wins out. Because they're both cargo ships. I think this is the base. Not sure if that's the base or that's the base. I think that's the base. So this would technically... I would probably need to make, like, 5 more tiers here. This would be better than just this because they're both cargo ships. And this has internal cargo, which is a little bit better. It has multi-crew, which makes it better at other stuff. So it just ranks above the hull A. There's the only bonus of the hull A is it's smaller. That's like the only bonus. So Freelancer definitely ranks above that. The problem I'm gonna have is ranking the cargo ships. Like that definitely goes up there because it's a really good general small ship, but also light multi-crew. Yeah. Ranking not military, but gun ships is going to be hard. That obviously goes up there. That's a given. That probably goes, the Valkyrie probably goes there, assuming that's the normal one. I don't know what to do with for paints. I think all paint variants are just going to go down there just because I think it's stupid. What is that? Is that a paint? I think that's a paint. So that's a paint, that's a paint, that's a paint, and a default loadout. That's a paint. Let's get all these just paint ones out of here. That's just paint. Is that also a paint? Why are these paint variants in here? Now, here's something. Like, that, though, is obviously better than this. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That's a paint. That's exclusive. Ooh. Where do we put that? Ooh. We're gonna not touch that for now. Yep, it is ranking fighters. Yeah. Like, why is there another Aurora? There's 5 Auroras? Go back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, so there's. Yeah, okay. I missed one. Like, what do you rank them at? Okay, this is here. Nope. This also ranks pretty high because it's again that multi-role thing. This is gonna rank lower, maybe there. No, okay, because it has a dedication of refueling, it's gonna get a rank bump. But because it's layout, it's not going to go up into A at all. Let's see. I think the red can come into B, but the police variant is going to get hurt a bit because there's no real reason for it. Like, basically the Cutlass Black and the Penguin kind of do the same thing, but people like the Penguin way more. Where is the sneaky blue? I didn't put it up here, did I? No. Oh, there it is. It's the dark image. So that's probably just gonna go here. So black's up there, red's there, blue's there. Makes sense. That makes sense to me. That makes a lot of sense to me. All right. Vanguard is gonna be so hard because I don't really do a lot of ship combat. The Merchantman's gonna be really hard. Like, I think that's an A or B. Even though I hate the Banu ships. Oh man, do I hate them. Yeah, I'm trying to think not just the gameplay now, but the kind of like the use of all of these ships. Like, when the game's done, where do these things kind of rank in? And what is it? Dogfighting balance withstanding. Because you can't. Basically, you have to. For the military ships, for the gun ships, you have to think about the intended balance. This thing is crap. This thing goes down here. I hate the Phoenix. The Imperial, like, no, that's bad ship. The Carrick base is actually decent, unfortunately. But yeah, ranking military ships. It's gonna be really hard. I think Endeavor is here or better, and do we have the Galaxy? That might be can we add stuff, or do we have to, like? That's a grand old question. Where's, like, Perseus, and there's the Polaris. How does one add? Or is that possible? Yeah, that's a paint. All right. Now, is that the Valkyrie, or is that the Valkyrie? I think that's the paint, and this is that. I think the BMM, I think, could be S, storage, internals, has a lot of it. Supposed to have good firepower, as it will have its own stores. So they say. Yeah, well, the reason I'm not putting it in S is because I'm more kind of the unknown. It is mildly inferior as far as I know, to the Kraken privateer or whatever they called it. Ooh, does this go in S? I don't know. It's kind of I don't know. It might get there. Oh hey, yeah. Oh, no, not what I wanted. That is what I wanted. New above. Really sucks that I can't edit it once I create it. This is gonna be. Why does it do that? A plus. Nope, that's equals a plus. Thank you. I think that's where that goes. Is a plus. Much like the whole E would, because it's just like it's the extent. Let's see what else can we get rid of here. Terrapin probably goes in A. I'm trying to like be as unbiased as possible, but because I love the Terrapin. I don't use it enough, but I love it so much. The C2 is kind of the current like cargo king at the moment. With I think both of these might make it into there. What is the one drops bombs? What's the other one? What are the variants of the the twos? So one, A2, C2, and M2. The M2 is the M2 the dropship one? Large scale transport, weapons, cargo. Which one is the... That's the gunship one. I think the... What is it? The... This one is the... Oh, A2 is bomber, M2 is gunship. Whichever one is supposed to be the dropship version is the worst one. I think it's the C. That one has 1 point lost. Has just transport. Which one has the seats in it? No, there's one that has seats in it. We don't need the C2 page. We already know what C2. C2 is fine. So that's the bomber. M2. The M2. Okay, the M2 gets a demotion. Which one's the M2? M2 is the great one. You are demoted, sir. I might even like demote you down to here, like it. Let's check firepower. Let's check like if it's trying to be a gunship. Let's check it. A2, C2, M2, and yeah, M2 has the seats. Let's see. We got 5, 1, 2. We have wait. Oh, turrets. Okay. M2 is two size 5s, and then size 5 turrets. Let's get these open. And then 4 size 4 or 3 size 4 or 3 size 5 with each size 4s on them. There we go. Blink. And this has way more turrets. Yeah, the M2 gets a demotion. All right, that's fine. Another problem we're gonna run into is, let's say like that's a very specific ship, but also the Reclaimer, and you can't really have anything else Where is Mr. Reclaimer? I mean, that also has the same problem. Like, for their scale, they are the best. Where is the Reclaimer? What is that supposed to be? Like, I have no idea what that tile is. Do. Oh, that's Reclaimer. Okay. So, like, these two ships, they're the only two salvage ships. So, yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Let's see. Any easy ones? I would say the Reliance pretty easy because of its. Wait, what? Why do we have two prospectors? There's not another prospector, so we'll just. We got that. Now there is the question between which is better, a mule or a three prospectors. Can put the Crucible up there too. Yeah, the Crucible, Pioneer. Apollo. I think the triage goes there. I think that's the triage. You're a paint. The white Nox is a paint. Which is where I actually don't see it. Yes, Crucible. It's another profession ship that has no counter. Let's see. Oh, that. This is basically just my junk drawer of stuff right now. Like that, I'm not doing doubles, so that's just a package. Not doing that. That's a paint. We can definitely get the hammerhead up there though. That one is not actually that hard to rank. Oh, there it is. Because it's here, here maybe. Sure, it can be a solid C. It's just not great as job. Well, it's okay as a weapons platform, but that giant hole in the middle in the waste of space, it just nah. Let's see what else we got. A mule. That's a paint. Mole. A mule. Mole. The bus gets up there. Oh, there with all the rest of profession ships. Depending on what constellations are these? Some of these are gonna rank lower. Okay. Requires a lot of crew to be effective. Yeah, it does. All right, so one of these is man. This is I think that's the Taurus. Honestly, these might all be here. Unless that's the Aquila because the turret's not open. I mean, yeah, I can kind of just stay there. But they're all like meh, and this is kind of the meh category. Let's see here. I'm gonna start getting a bit harder. Luxury really doesn't count for a whole lot. Like, this is big, but it's kind of like unwieldy big. And the biggest bonus of this ship is that it's a party ship. It is built to just go places with friends or tour, but touring doesn't really have any sort of design. But it's not going to carry a bunch of people. Like, it's not a bus, not a luxury bus. So it kind of, placing it for the profession that's supposed to be in, which is VIP carrying, seemed it kind of hard. So we'll leave it there for now, and we'll see what we do with it later. Let's see, the Redeemer. I don't know. The Redeemer is it's kind of. I don't like it. I don't like the Nutcrackers. It's bulky. There's not enough. Like, there's too much ship for what it's supposed to do. Yeah, I think it's gonna get done here. It's nice for work events. Yeah, it is nice for work events. That's very true. But like, its uses is limited, and that's kind of what the B is. It's limited use. Very limited use. This is like everyone's favorite dropship, so that's gonna go up there. I'm gonna go with the 890 being B. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense to me. Let's see. What's the difference between this? Is this the Gladius? This seems to be a Gladius. Gladius. If we put the Gladius in B, then the OG Hornet and the Arrow. There we go. All have to go with it. A crewed Redeemer is quite effective when fully crewed. It's yeah, the reason it's in D is not because of its effectiveness, it's because it's of all the other stuff in the ship. Like the internals, and I don't even know if we have the inside of it. Inside the new one. Redeemer. We don't. That's sad. Like, there are 3 decks in this thing, and there just doesn't need to be. I don't even know if that's the new model. Yeah, there's just too much stuff. Like, it would be real, like, it would rank a lot better if it was just the gunship that it is. But they have, like, crew quarters, and then the cargo bay, and all this other stuff, like, unneeded. Just unneeded. It would have been a really good gunship that could have been... Well, let's see, actually. Can this go on... Oh, my computer's gonna hate me now. Oh, boy. Yeah, it's not liking this. Redeemer. Oh boy. And the what is it? Liberator. There we go. I mean, it would work. Not intended work, but it'd work. Started fleet viewer is better for showing ships. Okay, that makes sense. There we go. Fleet viewer. No, that's not what I want. Add ship. Steamer. Super Liberator? Okay. We want top, and we want top. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, that's front facing, not the actual top. There we go. So basically, it would work, but I think that's actually a very fine, like, use for this. Heck, let's do... Oh. That's, oh. Let's do arrow. That's also really small. It's fine. Let's see. Less intensive on your computer. Isn't even bugging down. Yeah. Looks a little wired. It does, but I think we'll clear it. Especially back here. I think it'll work. I think this will work. Actually, there's a resource I have. Move that over here. It's just where I have all my bookmarks. I need the other window. Will it fit? Let's see. They don't have it. Yeah, it's not on here. And also, I doubt the Liberator's up here. No, okay, so unhelpful. Thanks. Anyway, I'm pretty sure that'll work. I mean, it looks fine. So yeah, I think the Redeemer doesn't need to be as big as it is. Idris doesn't matter. Get you up there, and then Javelin. Yeah. Boink, boink. And more Redeemers. Okay, so the Redeemer fits fine in the little pad. So the Redeemer fits in Javelin. Move you over there. There we go. Looks like it'll fit fine. No. Okay, listen here, bug. There we go. Now this one's gonna be the hard one. I don't know if we can get an angle where we can actually see if that would really fit. I don't think that would fit in an Idris, though. That's why I like the Starship 42 fleet viewer, because you can just throw the models at each other. You can move the models yourselves. Let's try compare Deemer and Idris M. Oh, actually, that might fit, actually. Idris. Hmm. Let's see. Idris. Oops. Hanger. Basically, if it can hold a medium ship, we're good. No, I was gonna say, is that a ship? Because it kind of looks like a the shape of a C2. Like we have these images. Where they go? These ones. Those aren't exactly helpful as far as like normal carry. We just need one medium ship in it. all we need to know. Basically, if a Vanguard fits in it, then we're good. Yeah, you. Okay. No, not that. That one. Comlink, Idris, Q, and A. Not what I wanted. Keep hitting the wrong button. Q and amp A. No. Q and A. Hold. Did we ever get a Q&A for the Idris? Idris revealed. Yeah, but that was back when it was a Corvette. These are not going to help us at all. The broken Idris. We need it to be kind of new. Cargo factor, Starfare Q&A. Got the dry dock of that. Saber. Does the Saber fit in it? Idris. Okay, so there's a jumping off point. Hair link, add Saber. Where did I put it? Put it here, okay. Boink. I mean, it is longer than a Saber. And it... Does it have to wait to put out its wings before it's out of the hangar? That's the question. But we're gonna go with it could be in a Javelin because this rant has gone on a little too long. Basically, should have been actually with the size decrease that I'm trying to give it. It could have just been a ship that flew in all of these different ships. It did not need to be as big as it is. It shouldn't have beds in it. It shouldn't have a cargo bay in it. It just needed to be a gunship, and it's just there's too much junk in the way of it, and that's for like that's also pink. That's gonna be a lot of things. All right, like it's like trying to use Polaris as a cargo ship. It would be terrible. Like there's just too much other stuff. Like the main part of the ship is that it's a torpedo boat, big torpedo boat that's fast. They're trying to use it cargo. There's just too much other ship in it. All right, a hull B. What's the difference between a hull B and a max? Oh boy. Nope, not up there. Hull, oops. Hull B and Freelancer Max. Hull B wins. All right. So the Hull B, wherever I put it, that's this guy, gets to go in the professionals section, and then the Max, which I believe is this one, goes one lower into the okay. SRV has to go in the professional section. The Caterpillar actually might get in the professional section as well because it's really good at what it does. Let's see. Now this one's interesting. I think the Pisces 8R goes in okay. Well, no, actually, It's the best shuttle. It's the best shuttle there is. But the other Pisces, where'd it go? Little great, that's the guy. I think that's at least there because this just has 2 more guns, so it just is just better. You don't lose anything by going up to the C8. Let's see what else we got. The Gemini, the armored Starfarer. Do both of these? I think okay. So I think it's finally time to make an A- below. Oh, I did it again. A-. It's not quite like it does lose a bit of cargo capacity for armor. So just kind of less of a ship. I think it also gets like the torpedoes or the rockets or whatever it is at the front. I just don't see it being that helpful. I think that it should not be protecting itself. So the armor's good, but the gun's not really, and you get a big cargo hit for it. So I don't think it's quite worth it. That is yet to be seen, but that's where it's going to be for now. Gemini loses fuel scoop for missiles. Oof. Yeah, no, that gets to be A-. Let's see, what else we got? Oh, the Idris. The Idris is actually going to be quite high. Not because it's a military ship, but because it's it's kind of like the military. It's the Aegis Kraken basically, and the Kraken actually is up here, so it's kind of good. I think the Kraken is one of the most useful ships not in the game, and one of the most useful ships when it is in the game. Let's see, Retaliator base. Yes, Retaliator bomber. Also yes. We might need a new thing for that. Like, yes, it's a professional ship. That might actually go up. Actually, it just is going to require a lot of crew. That is true, but requiring a lot of crew is not a downside. It just means it's in a different bracket basically. So crew, I use crew as a bracket, not a plus or minus. Like a Cutlass is really good at what it does, but it basically covers the same areas the Carrack. The difference is the brackets are different for crew. So you need a lot more crew for a Carrack than a Cutlass, but also you have more things you can do with a Carrack for those people. So they're almost the exact same ship in my head. Just one's bigger. And obviously different aesthetics. There is actually music there. It's very quiet music. Let's see. Really don't have the Nox Q in here. The Javelin's an interesting one. Like, it's a destroyer. Like, what else are you gonna do with it? Like, it does its job, and it does its job, as far as we know, reasonably well. So, we're gonna put I think we're gonna put the 85X and the Merlin and what was it? The M50 all in the okay category, maybe in the mad category actually. They're not that great. Oh, not you. Yeah, we'll put them down here. There's not great. Like that's a racer for sure, but like it's outclassed I think by every other racer. Like nobody flies an M50. Like it's Razors and what's the main one? What's like the main racing ship people are flying right now? It's not the Origin, that's for sure. I forget what it is. So I guess we'll use the M50. The M50 can go up at least to the A-. Man, that is a hard one. These are... I think the Racer gets to go up to the Professional League because the M50 is an interceptor that's masquerading as a racer, and the Razor is unapologetically a racer. I think that's how we'll do that. MPUVP or MPUV-P. I think we'll put the A minus because it's like use a Pisces, just like use a Pisces. As much as I love the guy, like. There you go. Also, your color should be orange, obviously. There we go. Let's see. What else we got down here? We got all the vehicles still to go. So the two 600 eyes is going to be really hard because... Oh, it's not a cargo ship, so cargo doesn't get it points. So your... exploration and touring are basically your things. So the 890 got a bump down here because it was touring. So I don't think it can rank the touring version. I don't think it can rank higher than that. The exploration one with the rover in it, I think at least gets there because you have the capability of fielding a rover. And exploration, I think, is one of those categories we haven't really dipped into as far as talking about it. So I think that's fine. Where it is now, let's see. Everyone loves this guy. I think it will go there. I don't like the layout. The layout kind of sucks on it. 609 has decent firepower for bounties. Well, I would rank it less because of that. Like, it having being misbalanced is not a pro. It either means that ships that should be better than this are underbalanced, or this is overbalanced. Though I don't know any, because that's not how military ships work. That's not how their gunships work. Like, the biggest competitor to this guy, I guess, would be the Redeemer, which is wherever we put that. Down here. I guess, okay. And the problem with, like, trying to say, like, no, they should be flying a Vanguard, the problem is distance. Like, let's go back over the DPS calculator. Slot 1, put a origin. Sorry, where's origin? Origin 600i. Slot 2, we'll put Aegis. Heavy fire, sure. Let's see. So gas tank is what we're looking at. Gas tank. Hydrogen capacity and quantum fuel capacity. Okay, so we can see both of them. Like, there's just no contest in the amount of fuel that the 600i has comparatively. So, which means ultimately you're gonna want something to carry the Harbinger. It's not a long stay ship. And that, I think, is somewhere we really don't have a lot of ships. Like, the biggest long-stay ship is this, but that might get bumped up because of it. To there, I'm not sure. It might, though. Because that's what should be being used for long-stay combat. But if you're just like, if you have a port of call, let's say you're fielding all of your stuff from Microtech and going and doing bounties around the system, not planning to go out of system, Vanguards would be fine. Let's see, QED system, I'm going to put that down here. I know it's like the only thing here, which means it should be up here. But the usefulness of this, the range it has, it's just, and it's a small ship, no bed, so it's going to go there. Let's see, what else we got? Tank. Kind of has to go here or here. I don't know, we'll leave it there for now. Let's see. biggest question is, where do all these go? So this is like they could have been better. I think that would go in A then. Let's see. I think we'll just shovel all of the vehicles into A for now, then disseminate them from there. See what it looks like. There we go. All the variants. Next one. We're actually missing quite a few. I think that's all the vehicles. That's all the vehicles in here, yeah. There's a couple of things missing here. Alright, so let's see. Do these stay in A minus? I don't see a reason with any of these moving anywhere. Like, yes, that has the cool factor, but it doesn't. There's no reason like it's better than the Cyclone, and the Cyclone's not better than it. Like, it has a extra person, but maybe you only need a single person. So they kind of just equals. Let's see. That's the Reclaimer paint. That's a paint. Alright, so what is the Banu ship supposed to be? Defender. What are you supposed to be? A light fighter. That is a lot of space for a light fighter. Oof. No. Okay, I don't know if they plan to fix the Defender. But it is a light fighter, so it gets definitely probably down here because, again, it has way more ship than it needs. It has beds and things, and yet it's supposed to dock to the BMM. So it's a parasite fighter that has a bed, and that's just no, not okay. This guy probably goes up here just because it's so overgunned. Herald. Where's the emissary? Probably up here. It is one of the fastest ships in the game. We don't even have the Scorpius in here, huh? In general, I think I'd put ground vehicles lower because the current game utility is not less than a ship. That's kind of the problem with like trying to do current game stuff is just one, balance is completely off, and two, like ground vehicles are nearly useless in the current like actual needing them. But in the future, we will actually need them. Even just in Pyro, we'll need them to circumvent AA guns. So, I think they have their use, and I think where are they? They're A minus, like their usefulness. They might be dropped down on 1. But if I drop down 1, I kind of have to just do all the others, because no vehicle is better than another vehicle. So let's just stick them all down here. Is the tank staying up there? I guess the tank can stay up there. It is a tank. Let's see. Polaris, wherever this goes. Yeah, probably there. It kind of sounds like a slight on both of these ships, though. Yeah, it's done in the Perseus either now. Let's see. I don't know which variants these are. So the Warlock is the one that is going to have a problem. I think that's the Warlock. So this is going to rank just below the Penguin that we have. And the Penguin we have... Oh, I don't know. I think... Oh, there he is. So you are going to rank into meh. And then that is... The white is the Titan. Well, they're all white. So that one's white, and that one's white. What's the difference between the Titan and the Stalker? Oh, pre-installed transport modules. I think the Titan and the Stalker don't have a difference to me, because eventually they will be modules that you can replace aftermarket, or like replace after you buy it. So you technically get a bit more for the ship than you would otherwise. So yeah, you two are in the same category. So, and then the Stalker or the Warlock gets down one just because it's not as useful as distortion guns would be. Okay, this one's a bomber, so it's got to go up with these guys. It is a dedicated bomber, so that's going to go up there. And it's kind of like one of the only ones we have in that kind of form factor, so yeah. Glass cannon. I think it reaches here. I don't think it gets to A, though. Let's see. I think possibly even these guys get up there. These might move down one. We'll see where they go. I don't think there's anything to compete with the hull D. Okay, let's see. These guys, if not here, then they get trashed. Like, the problem with the Reliance is you can't use the ship in vertical mode. And basically, you either can't fly or you can't move around the ship, and that's a problem. That is a design flaw, in my opinion. So they get D or lower. Let's see. Freelancer, Messenger, are gonna go in the same spot. Which is going to be here. Because if the Redeemer's going to have to go up one, at least. Because the Messenger are cargo ships trying to masquerade as gunships or weapon ships. One for missiles and one for extra guns. And if you want a multi-crew ship, you either do Vanguard or do Redeemer. There's just nothing about that. It's just what you do. So I think that is the dynamic that I will put up there. It's going to start getting real hard. I have no idea what ship this is supposed to be. It's firing at what looks like Vanduul ships. Let's see. Firing at Vanduul ships. I assume they just pulled these icons. I'm assuming, I'm hoping. No, where do we have that? There it is. Oh, Nullis Edition. Nullis Tactical Mind Layer represents the ultimate strategic combat layer with fully integrated mind deployment, sweeping, and disarming capabilities. This limited edition hosts members of the Chairman's Club. And for that is put down here because exclusivity. I'd put them at D2, Messenger. Is that where they are? Yeah. Nice. We seem to be agreeing on where these go. Paint. Yes. Alright. Let's try these alien ships out. You go up there. This guy, and this guy. So we got the Santokii, the Cartwal, Blade, Scythe. Wait. What's their... Oh, Blade, Scythe, and that other one. What's the other one? Glaive. Blade, Scythe, and Glaive. Oof. Like, they're okay. They're kind of just okay, though. Blade, Scythe, and Glaive all kind of have the same thing going for them, or against them. They're not great ships, as far as I know. Like, I don't see anyone running them unpurposely. Where's the Defender? Defender's down there. Yeah, but these are dedicated to what they do, so they're gonna go and see. Yeah, D for Defender and D for Derf. Yeah. This is the only Mustang we have left. Where's the rest of the Mustangs? Oh, here they are. You go up there. There we go. And you go up there. Okay. Santokii, I think these both have to rank there too, because they do what they do, and they're not just particularly good at it, but they do what they do. Which might mean all those alien ships get to B, but they just kind of meh. I think meh is pretty good, even though I really like the artisticness, the aesthetic of the Shion stuff. We're trying our hardest not to think of the aesthetics as a bonus. Alright, Vanguards and... Ooh, jeez. This has to be... with probably A-. It's not the best, but it does its job. That's actually probably where all the Hornets go too. Let's check all the Hornets up there. Nobody likes that guy. I don't know why, but nobody likes him. Forged Gladiator. Is there any reason why any of those would be worse? Let's see. Ghost is a stealth fighter. Explorer. FA Hornet. We don't even have the FA Hornet. A lot of Hornets. Make sure none of these... What's the difference between that Hornet and that Hornet? Hornet and Super Hornet. Ah. Yeah, I guess they just kind of all get there. They do what they do, I guess. The actual racing ship, but it can't rank higher than the M50. Where's the M50? I mean, the other racers are here too, so... I don't think any of these have any right to be higher than the rest of the starters. Yeah. Alright, so now we're on to the Vanguards. Last thing we got. Where are Vanguard? Avant-garde, avant-garde. Where are the Vanguards? Were they that late? Alright, there we go. Alright, these ones actually do have quite a spread on their ability. Like, I think these spread into their ability better than the Avengers do. So, I think the bomber can't rank higher. Which one's the bomber? The bomber is... I think that's the original. That's the bomber, I think. Or that's the bomber. I don't know. This can't rank higher than that, because that's where the bomber is. So it's just another one of those. Makes sense. Vanguard itself, though, the base Vanguard, I think is going to rank at least B, if not A minus. I think the Vanguard is actually a decent ship overall. Its biggest drawback is it can't be on. Actually, where's the hanger link? Vanguard. It's gonna be out, isn't it? Yeah, it's gonna do that. Okay, I have to be right back. Let's see here. Okay, enjoy the music. I'll be back in about 2-3 minutes. All right. think it was a bit longer than I intended because the cat was getting into stuff. Alright. So, this guy. How close does his wings fold in? Probably about that. So I think it fit inside anything that a Redeemer would fit in. And we know that it's going to fit in that. So... Alright. Let's see. Do we put all these in the same category? The biggest problem with this is that we don't have like a lot of the newer ships. That makes sense to me. Okay, let's stop memeing up here. This guy, I mean, it's a snubcraft. I don't think it has any more or less delete row. There we go. All right. Anyone else deserve a plus? Possibly that? For being really adaptable? See, putting this up here is kind of odd, though. And this becomes like the multi-tier, or the multi-role kind of section. And if that's the multi-role section, then other ships gotta go up there too. Once the captain modules or everything, maybe. Ooh. Yeah, I probably would get A+. Yeah. This is like that is the same as that. Like basically those are the same ship. Same with that. Those are all the same ship, different, just at different scales. Let's see. And that none of these kind of like stay in their lane. They're very stay in their lane ships. Any problems here? This is technically like a multi-role ship, so I guess that should go up there. Because it kind of goes in this slot, so all of these are multi-role. And that is the scale higher than that, lower than that. So I guess that should be there. Like that is outclassed by that, but that's more ship than that. So these are two are almost even. And we don't have like numbers on how much data it can hold, I guess. But this has like more data capacity than this does, probably, and more server space for sure. Okay. I think we're good here. Yeah, I think we're good here. Alright. So one thing I'd like to do is duplicate this. I don't think the medevac is 2 tiers above triage. Ah. I can go there. Blue's down there. Yeah, yeah. Where's the red? Red's here. That's there. That's there. Because these are much more dedicated than the black or the red is. Even though that, like, this is a dedicated ship. Is that the... I thought that was the other way around. The medevac... Yeah, because this is... The medevac is the one for transport, so it loses medical capabilities just for, like, carrying people ability. Let's see. Now, when I looked here, there was, like, a ton of them. So I just did that one. That's kind of the biggest problem. Okay, we're gonna... We should have done this, like, way before. 11:21. Oh, no! $11:21. Oh, no! This has all the new ones. Let's see, what's the last ship that came out? A lot better thumbnails, too. Last ship that came out, what was it? Cutter, I believe. So the cutter's in here. This is actually up to date. I don't see the cutter. I say that, but it should be in here. According to the date. Oh, it's even got the lightning in here. But what it doesn't have, no, that's on the other one. I think capability of the medevac and triage are the same. Medevac just has more armor and slower, less range. Oh, that's the other page, never mind. Yeah, I think it like it's not B, but it is A minus. Like it's. I think that's where I think it stays. I think it stays. Ah, the Rock DS. Oh, hey, you can actually see the different variants. This is a much better list. Where's the cutter? Like it says 11, right? Yeah, this should definitely have the cutter here. Where is the cute little boy? A little tubby guy. So just a weird angle. Okay, there's that. The oh, it even has that bangle. It doesn't have the Pegasus though, and that's a crime they'll have to live with the rest of their life. It also doesn't have what's it called? There's a purchase. Retribution. PTV. Does it have the Steve in here? I don't see the Steve. I think it's right next to the mole. That's an MPUV, and that's the snare mantis. How would you not have the Steve or the cutter? Like, how do you do that? Come on, you have the Rock DS. How do you not have the Steve or cutter? Yeah, I don't know the Steve or cutter. I thought it was the MPV, sorry. No problem. Yeah, it's not on here. Not on here. Yeah, that wins the heavy fighter category, the F8 Lightning. The problem with like the Bengal being here is just it's just so far above everything else we have. There's no other place to put it. It's just the best military, like it's a carrier. When we get stuff like the Perseus and not Perseus, Pegasus. There we go, Pegasus. Do they have Peg? Do they have Peg? Oh, that's not what I wanted at all. Oh, and it reorganized everything. Oop. Bonk. Where's the, oh. Clear. There we go. Oh, that's why. Not Peg. Pegasus. Oh, man, I cannot wait for this. Look at those weeble bits. I'll never have a Bengal, practically speaking. You have to find the hole in all the components in game and keep them. Yeah. I think, honestly, I think that will change. Maybe not with the... Excuse me? I get something I've been waiting for tomorrow. The Squadron update is out. We will go through that in a moment. Oh boy, the monthly reports have been released. Go home, my friend. Go home. Dun, dun, dun. Oh boy. I'm happy. Alright, so I'm gonna do a couple things. Nope, that's the wrong window. This window, that one. Short chat. Add a Q&A. I want us to do this. I can type. There you go. That way I can get to questions later. While we do other things. And we can do it, more succinctly. Anyway. Yeah, okay, I heard that one. Where was I at? I was at here. Me and Bengal. RET. Retribution. Boom. Alright, I'm not gonna rank the stupid Vandal ships because no. So these would actually probably rank the similar. Because this is a battle carrier, this is just a carrier. This is dedicated. So if we were going on dedication to their role, this would rank in front. And I need some way to turn this to low poly. Standard def. Oh, no, low def. There we go. Can this be standard def without me? Yeah, okay. Alright. I gotta run myself. Been a nice conversation. Thank you so much for stopping by. It's been nice. It's been fun. It's been a stream. Hope to see you again soon. So those would be very, very similar. Let's see here. That's fine. That's fine. Hold on. What? Oh. Oh, that's good to me. The stream preview was, like, still at the beginning. Alright. So let's switch gears.